Didn't expect her to get the pin. I am Chris with the Joshi Wrestling Recap for Stardom May 7th, 2022, available on Stardom World. Stardom Golden Week Tour continues. This show had the last appearance of Konami for the time being, and a challenge for the Goddess of Stardom tag titles was made. The card was full of action-packed matches, so let's get to it. This was a multi-camera show with no commentary. We opened with a nice match between Sai Kamitani and Rina. Sai Kamitani is only a couple days removed from her hard-fought title defense, and at first sight you may think this was meant to be an easy match for Saya, but Rina gave her a bit more trouble than she may have been expecting. Rina started the match asking for a test of strength, but it was a ruse, and when Saya Kamitani locked up, Rina stomped on Saya's foot. Granted, it did take a few tries, although Saya Kamitani got back at Rina quickly with a dropkick, body slam, and a variety of submission holds. Rina was able to recover though with some hair pulling and double jumping knees in the corner. The match became a bit back and forth, with Rina and Saya Kamitani connecting with big moves like suplexes or moves off the top rope. Saya's resilience was a bit too much for Rina to overcome though, even after hitting her with top corner double knee drop. Saya Kamitani was able to put Rina away after a boot to the face dazed Rina, and Saya hit the Star Crusher for the 3 count. The second match was a tag match, Natsupoi with Tekla versus Saya Iida and Hanan. I was interested in this match beforehand because Natsupoi and Tekla were tagging together. They have a very interesting dynamic in that they may be both considered high-speed wrestlers, but their styles in ring and out are totally different. Natsupoi is agile and cutesy, while Tekla is strong and confident. After watching this match, I would like to see them be a regular tag team. The match started with Saya Iida and Tekla complementing each other's muscles, doing a bit of a bodybuilder pose-off before they locked up. Saya Iida won the pose-off. Tekla, realizing she can't overpower Saya Iida, started applying submission holds. There was a fun spot where Tekla and Natsupoi did synchronized hanging head scissors holds on Saya Iida and Hanan. When Natsupoi was tagged, Saya Iida went on the attack with chops that left a mark on Natsupoi. And after double team drop kicks to Natsupoi, Hanan was legal. I am going to be a bit honest, this wasn't Hanan's best day. Her feet slipped on the ropes at one point and a couple of her kicks were off, but she is young, so off days can be expected once in a while. The back part of this match was pretty quick and a bit chaotic. Both teams were in the ring and Natsupoi and Tekla again synchronized, this time with spider crawls, and Tekla took out Saya Iida with a spear, and Natsupoi with the flipping neckbreaker to Hanan. Natsupoi and Hanan then traded pin attempts until Natsupoi was able to keep Hanan's shoulders on the mat with a rolling La Magistral Cradle for the 3 count and victory. A fun and pretty action-filled faction versus faction match between Queen's Quest and Cosmic Angels was next. Queen's Quest was represented by Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Hina, and Lady C, and for Cosmic Angels we had Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama. Cosmic Angels did their dance on the ring, and Waka was pretty decent. Before the bell, Tam said she would start, and Azumi started for Queen's Quest. Azumi then started imitating Tam's cute pose. I am not sure if it is mockery or homage, but first Utami Hayashishita and now Azumi are doing Tam Nakano's cute pose at her. Azumi couldn't keep a straight face though, and the match started. Tam Nakano and Azumi then had a bit of a high-speed section, dodging and reversing each other's strikes and moves until Azumi connected with a dropkick. Queen's Quest then came into the ring to dropkick Tam in the corner. Hina was in next for Queen's Quest, and first Tam Nakano and later Unagi Sayaka were targeting her legs with submissions and strikes. It looked like Cosmic Angels had a plan to take out Hina, but it didn't work. Lady C came to the match and giant swung Unagi before tagging out to Utami Hayashishita. Utami and Mina Shirakawa had a nice battle in the middle of the match before both tagged out and Hina and Waka Tsukiyama came in. Waka had the advantage early with a little help from Cosmic Angels until Queen's Quest came to put a stop to her run. After that, Hina hit Waka Tsukiyama with some power moves and finished her off with the power body buster for the pinfall victory. Waka Tsukiyama still wasn't able to get her first pinfall victory. The fourth match on the card was a battle between God's Eye and Odotai. God's Eye was Shuri, Amisare, Mirai, and Konami, while Odotai we had Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, Saki Kashima, and Ruaka. Before she left for sabbatical, Konami was in Odotai, so there was a bit of a respectful tension between Konami and Odotai. On their way to the ring before the match, Momo Watanabe was carrying a box of curry for some reason. Maybe it was a local variety, but it was a bit confusing. Starlight Kid and Shuri started for their teams and neither could get through the other's guard, so they quickly tagged out. This match was fun and chaotic, and there were lots of run-ins by both teams to get the multi-woman advantage or break up a pin or submission. After Mirai was beat up by Odotai for a while, and Ruaka and Amisarai had a shoulder tackle battle, Konami came into the match. Both Starlight Kid and Momo Watanabe had quick but action-packed sections against Konami. There were a lot of knees, submission holds, and kicks, and a lot of kicks along with some signature spots like Starlight Kid's standing moonsault. There was also synchronized submission holds on all members of Orotai by God's Eye. The back portion of this match shows Shuri against Ruaka. There was a lot that went on during this section. After Ruaka, with some help from Orotai, got Shuri on her back foot, Shuri kneed the ref, accidentally taking him out. Ruaka's box also made an appearance, but it was kicked back into Ruaka's face. God's Eye cleared the ring after a chaotic melee, and Shuri was able to get her Suzuku armbar on, and Ruaka couldn't escape, so tapped. Shuri wins via submission. That brings us to the main event, a faction versus faction battle between Stars and Donald Del Mondo. For Stars, we had Mei Iwatani, Hazuki, Kaguma, and Momo Kogol, while Donald Del Mondo was Julia, Himeka, Maika, and Mei Sakurai. This was a good match, with a very surprising finish. Mei Sakurai and Momo Kogol started for their teams, and Momo got beaten up a lot by Donald Del Mondo before she could take out to Kaguma. After that, it was Mei Sakurai's turn to get beaten up by Stars before she hit a cutter and was able to tag out. This match was pretty back and forth. One team would go on a run before getting cut off and the advantage switch. Julia did have some sections against Suzuki and Kaguma that I liked. They seemed to work well with each other. But the big news about this match was the ending. Kaguma and Mei Sakurai were legal for their teams, and Stars did a good job of isolating and attacking Mei Sakurai. Donald Del Mondo also ran in multiple times to help Mei, but Stars would clear the ring. It wasn't looking good for Mei Sakurai after Mei Iwatani and Hazuki Stereotope Suicidas took out Donald Del Mondo. Kaguma went for her top corner flying splash, but Mei Sakurai rolled out of the way and then got a surprise roll-up on Kaguma for the 3 count. Mei Sakurai got the pin, and Donald Del Mondo were very happy for Mei. As is tradition in Stardom, if you pin the champ, you can call them out for a title shot, and Kaguma was one half of the current Goddess of Stardom tag champs, so Mei Sakurai wanted a tag title match with Julia as her partner. Kaguma and Hazuki agreed. Mei Sakurai getting the pin is a pretty big deal. She has been much more comfortable since defecting from Cosmic Angels to Donald Del Mondo. They seem to be making a storyline of Julia's tutelage of Mei Sakurai, and that is the reason why she got the pin. The tag title match will happen at the next big Stardom event, Flashing Champions, on May 28th. And that was the show. I would recommend watching the final 2 matches, and especially the main event. The next Stardom show is on the 8th, and will have a high-speed title match between Kaguma and Izumi, and will also include a trios 3-way match with some special rules. This has been the Joshi Wrestling Recap for Stardom May 7th, 2022. Thanks for listening.